How you doing? So today I'm going to do this little black and silver wet fly. It's still a difficult time of the year when kind of trout are between their winter lies and summer lies, and with a lot of spring showers of rain and heavy water and high winds, that wet fly fishing is still the predominant and most effective method to catch brown trout for us here at the moment. And wet fly fishing is kind of something traditionally in Ireland we were masters of the craft for a long time, and when I was growing up, wet fly was all we knew. And unfortunately, in the last decade or so, it's something that's been lost. So you'll find an awful lot of anglers now that wouldn't even carry a box of wet flies. And I suppose as an aging angler would be the best way to describe himself. It's something that I would encourage people to take back up. It can be very effective done right, and it's quite a nice way to fish, sweeping spiders, wet flies down and across the stream and picking up some nice trout. So definitely, if it's something you've kind of neglected over the last couple of years, something you really haven't focused on your fishing, well then I'd recommend definitely tie a couple of nice wet flies and then get back out on the water and swing those flies. For this particular black and silver, I have a 303 size 12 Dohiku barbless hooking device, and I got a 2mm black tungsten bead on that fly. So to begin, I am actually going to tie a little orange butt on this fly. So I'm going to begin just up around the middle of the hook there to attach my UV reflective Tommi-fly orange thread, and just on the bend I'm just going to create small little orange butt. I'm going to whip finish and take the thread away. Now, just to secure that little butt, I'm going to just get a little bit of Solares, clear tin Solares. I find the Solares is one of the better resins on the market at the moment. And with a fine little artist brush, I'm going to take a small bit of that Solares and I'm just going to UV resin that little butt, just to give it a little bit of strength. And just give it a blast to your UV pen. Subtle little thing, but it just gives the trout a little target, a little hot spot at the butt of the wet fly, just a target when they're attacking it. Now, I'm going to reattach my strong suit and take away that waste. So this is a black and silver, so I'm going to use a little bit of silver wire for the rib. A late uncle of mine, Colin, who was a man that took me many times fishing as a young lad, always said to me when he was teaching me how to wet fly fish was, if a shower of rain comes during the spring, take off every fly on the cast, all three of them, and put up 3 black and silvers, and you'll catch all the trout you want. And so true he was, that any time a shower of rain comes now when I'm wet fly fishing, I'll take off maybe not all the patterns, but definitely one of them, stick up the black and silver, and that's going to be the one that catches fish. Whatever it is, when that shower of rain comes, a spring shower, trout just love a black and silver. So it's a fly well worth having in the box. So tied in my jewel Mylar, going to form my silver body up the fly, keep a nice tension at Mylar, overlapping the last turn. Make sure you have a nice flat underbody so the Mylar sits nice and flat on top of itself. Come up there to the bead and just secure off. Again, the bead just adds that extra little bit of weight to the fly. You can put a little bit of some guys put a little lead underbody in there or something just to help that fly get down to where the fish want it. I like the idea of a little bead, and I'm going to show you another reason why we put the bead on now in a minute when we go through the hackle. So I'm just taking that rib, a couple of nice turns up the body, plenty of strength, and tie it off just there at the bead. Take away your waste. A few fibres or something in there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to whip finish off that thread right behind the bead. And take off the thread. Now, because the way I want this fly to perform in the water, what I actually want to do is I want that hackle to really stand out off the hook, and as it moves through the water, as it swims on the sweep, I want that hackle to pulse. So in order to create that as best I can, I'm actually going to put the hackle between the bead and the eye. So the bead is going to act as support to support that hackle. So I'm just going to push that back onto the body, creating that small little bit of space, creating a small little bit of space between the bead and the eye, so I can tie in a hackle there. As I said, that bead will actually support the hackle. So for the hackle for this again, everyone's preference. Some people prefer to tie with a hen. I prefer to tie in this hackle for this particular fly, what I would describe as a henny cock, which would be a soft cock hackle or a stiff hen hackle, whichever you prefer. Okay, so I got this black hackle here. I'm just going to strip down the down and just tie it in there again between the bead and the eye. Now you want this hackle sticking up. You want it looking like a dry fly hackle really as such. So when it moves through the water, when it sweeps around, it's going to create a nice little bit of disturbance. It's going to stick up, and that bead is going to support it. Make sure it does. These hackles are can be quite brittle, so that can happen. So just reattach your hackle pliers, and again a couple of turns, just right up there at that bead. Wiggle your thread in between the bead and the eye, and snip away your waste. Stroking those hackles back, get a turn or two of thread up in there at the eye of the hook. A little bit of a whip finish, and that's why I like this strong Kevlar thread, is when I'm doing flies like this I can put a lot of tension on the thread and really squeeze that in, so we've get a whip finish and a head into a very small space and not be left looking at a big head in a small space. And there you have it. Fantastic little black and silver. Say if you're on the river wet fly fishing, you get a bit of a shower coming in, definitely take off one of the flies and get this thing up there, and you're going to have some great sport on it. Thanks for watching, see you soon.